Just a chance to win your heart.
Have you ever imagined what it feels like when an artist who has spent years being known as the king of live performances finally proves that he can also reign over the music charts, even as the music industry continues to evolve at lightning speed? What if an album that some people initially dismissed as nothing more than a nostalgic project unexpectedly became one of the most dominant releases of 2026? And what if, behind that extraordinary success, there was a story filled with sacrifice, pressure, and life-changing decisions that the public had never truly known about? Today, we are diving into one of the hottest topics among Bruno Mars fans around the world. His latest solo album, The Romantic, released in February 2026, has not only captured the attention of millions of listeners, but has continued to dominate major music charts across the globe. Singles such as I Just Might and Risk It All have become the centerpiece of his concert set lists, creating unforgettable emotional moments as thousands of fans sing every word alongside him. But did this incredible success really happen overnight? Or is there a much deeper story behind the album that many are already calling the most personal chapter of Bruno Mars' remarkable career? Stay with us until the very end, because we're about to uncover fascinating facts, emotional stories, and the reasons why The Romantic may ultimately be remembered as one of the defining eras in Bruno Mars' musical journey.
Just a chance to win your heart.
When February 2026 finally arrived, it felt as though the international music scene had been given a fresh wave of energy. Bruno Mars once again became one of the biggest names dominating headlines across the entertainment world. After months of speculation surrounding his next musical project, he finally introduced his highly anticipated solo album, The Romantic. From the moment the release date was announced, excitement among fans reached an extraordinary level. Social media platforms were flooded with countdown posts. Fan communities eagerly analyzed every clue Bruno had shared, and music critics began debating whether this album could match the legendary success of his previous masterpieces. Everyone knows that Bruno Mars is far more than just a singer. He is the complete entertainer. Every time his name appears, people immediately picture spectacular concerts, electrifying choreography, an incredibly tight live band, and vocal performances that rarely disappoint. However, the reputation he built over the years also became one of his greatest challenges. The higher the public's expectations, the greater the pressure to exceed them. That is exactly where The Romantic began to feel different. Many fans described this album as introducing a more mature, more reflective Bruno Mars, while still preserving the signature sound that made millions fall in love with his music in the first place. Instead of chasing the latest musical trends, Bruno chose to strengthen his own artistic identity. His signature blend of pop, funk, soul, R&B, and retro influences returned with a production style that felt both fresh and timeless. It didn't take long before music charts around the world reflected the album's incredible impact. One song after another attracted listeners from every generation. Perhaps even more remarkable was the fact that not only did longtime fans return to Bruno's music, but an entirely new generation discovered him through digital streaming platforms. It was another reminder of something very few artists achieved during their careers. Bruno Mars possesses the rare ability to connect audiences across generations without ever sacrificing his authentic musical identity. One of the first songs to capture worldwide attention was I Just Might. From the moment it was released, the track quickly became one of the most talked about songs within fan communities. Many described it as the perfect combination of heartfelt lyrics, unforgettable melodies, and Bruno Mars' emotionally captivating vocals. Others even said the song reminded them of an era when music had the power to express genuine emotions with simplicity yet incredible depth. Across social media, thousands of videos began appearing almost immediately. Some couples chose the song as the soundtrack for their marriage proposals. Others used it as the background music for cherished family memories shared with loved ones. Moments like these transformed the song into something much greater than a commercial success. It became part of people's personal stories, carrying emotional meaning far beyond the charts. The excitement didn't stop there. Risk It All soon emerged as another standout track that captured enormous public attention. Unlike the warm, intimate atmosphere of I Just Might, this song delivered explosive energy and emotional intensity. Many fans described it as a song capable of inspiring courage, while simultaneously touching the deepest emotions. Whenever Bruno performed it live, thousands of voices echoed throughout the stadium, singing every lyric with overwhelming passion. It became yet another powerful example of the extraordinary connection between Bruno Mars and his audience. Fans soon began saying that Bruno Mars' concert set lists had found new life with the arrival of the Romantic. While his performances had always been celebrated for featuring timeless classics, the addition of these new songs created an entirely fresh concert experience. The balance between beloved hits and brand new material felt seamless. Every transition maintained the audience's excitement, while the new songs confidently stood alongside the legendary tracks that had defined Bruno's career for years. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of Bruno Mars as a performer is his remarkable ability to read the energy of an audience. When a concert demands explosive excitement, he delivers it effortlessly with boundless charisma. Yet when an emotional moment arrives, he somehow transforms an entire stadium into a sea of glowing lights as thousands of fans sway together in perfect harmony. This is a gift that very few performers truly possess. Bruno Mars understands that a concert is never just about performing songs. It is about creating memories that audiences will carry with them for a lifetime. Fans attending shows in different cities continued sharing unforgettable stories online. Many admitted they had attended multiple Bruno Mars concerts over the years, yet every performance somehow felt completely unique. One comment appeared repeatedly across social media: "Bruno always performs as though every concert might be his last." Whether he is standing before a massive stadium crowd or a more intimate arena audience, his commitment and passion never seem to change. International entertainment media also began highlighting how the Romantic had reignited conversations about the value of complete studio albums during an era dominated by streaming singles. While many artists focused on releasing one song at a time, Bruno Mars presented an album that felt cohesive from beginning to end. Every track had its own purpose, yet together they formed a complete musical journey. This artistic approach earned widespread praise from critics, who appreciated the album's thoughtful structure and storytelling. Perhaps even more impressive, however, was how the success of the Romantic extended far beyond streaming numbers. Its true impact became impossible to ignore during Bruno Mars' live performances. The moment the opening notes of I Just Might filled the venue, deafening cheers erupted from every corner of the arena. Thousands of fans sang together without hesitation. Many were visibly emotional, with tears streaming down their faces as they connected deeply with the song's heartfelt message. For some, it reminded them of someone they had once loved. For others, it symbolized hope for a brighter future. The same unforgettable atmosphere unfolded whenever Bruno Mars performed Risk It All. The song quickly became one of the emotional high points of every concert. The breathtaking stage production, the flawless musicianship of his band, Bruno's consistently powerful vocals, and the overwhelming response from the audience combined to create an experience that words could barely describe. Many fans even confessed that hearing the song live was far more powerful than listening to the studio recording. As more concerts took place, one thing became increasingly clear. The era of the Romantic was never simply about promoting a new album. It represented the beginning of an entirely new chapter in Bruno Mars' extraordinary career. More and more fans started believing they were witnessing one of the greatest periods of his artistic journey. Yet behind all the standing ovations, glowing reviews, and remarkable achievements, another story remained waiting to be told. How exactly did the creative process behind this album begin? Why did Bruno Mars choose this particular musical direction after spending years building his reputation as one of the world's greatest entertainers? And could there be deeply personal messages hidden within the songs that millions of people are now singing together? Those questions lead us toward another fascinating side of the romantic, a story that reaches far beyond chart positions and commercial success. And perhaps it is there that fans are finally beginning to discover the true Bruno Mars.